The plane descended through a blanket of clouds, and then there it was. Iceland, a shot of black volcanic rock and vibrant green moss. It looks like a world still in the making. Sophia pressed her face to the window, her breath fogging the cold glass. Beside her, Nate was already pulling up a map on his phone, his brow furrowed in concentration. "Ready for another adventure?" he asked, his voice a low rumble that always made her feel safe. They put on their windbreakers and headed to the airport rental desk, choosing a compact economy car despite having the budget for more. Their rental car was a tiny, unassuming thing, but it felt like a chariot as they drove away from the airport. The landscape was massive and empty, the road a thin ribbon of asphalt cutting through a field of ancient lava. It was a beautiful and unpredictable place, and Sophia felt the thrill of something wild and untamed stir within her. With the hum of the engine beneath them, Sophia and Nate watched the scenery shift from dark, ragged lava fields to stretches of moss so bright it seemed almost unreal. The air inside the car was charged with anticipation as they navigated winding roads, passing the occasional sheep and distant steam rising from geothermal vents. Each mile brought new surprises, a waterfall tumbling in the distance, the outline of mountains on the horizon, and the sudden appearance of wild horses grazing near the shoulder. They shared quiet glances and laughter, letting the rhythm of Iceland's untamed beauty set the pace for their journey, knowing that every turn in the road would reveal something extraordinary. As they pressed onward, the sense of adventure grew stronger, carrying them deeper into a land that promised discovery at every bend. They spent their first days exploring the Golden Circle, marveling at the geysers that shot hot water into the air and the waterfalls that thundered into deep canyons. They walked on black sand beaches, the waves of the North Atlantic crashing at their feet. It was so new, so different from their life back home. One evening they found themselves in a remote hot spring, the steam rising from the water in ghostly tendrils. They were the only ones there, and as they soaked in the warm water, the silence of the Icelandic wilderness enveloped them. "It's like we're the only two people in the world," Sophia whispered, her head resting on its shoulder. While Sophia wanted to stay in the water a little longer, Nate got a fire started and pondered a few things in life. The flames flickered quietly as the cool night pressed in, casting his face in golden light. Once Sophia joined him, they sat together on the rocks, steam curling from the hot spring and mingling with the smoke, letting the silence of the wilderness deepen around them. Each moment felt precious, the kind that lingered long after it was gone, and as the stars began to appear overhead, Sophia and Nate felt the vastness of Iceland settle gently in their hearts. The world seemed to stand still as they watched the night sky, ready for whatever adventures would come next. The next day in the afternoon, they found themselves at the edge of a glacier, the ice a brilliant blue in the sunlight. Sophia took a deep breath, the sharp, clean air filled her lungs and grounded her. The glacier creaked and groaned in the distance, a reminder of time's slow march and nature's quiet power. As she took in the massive Icelandic landscape and the peace of the present, her mind brimmed with creative ideas inspired by the beauty and tranquility surrounding her. Each thought seemed to spark another, and she found herself eager to bring these inspirations to life once they returned home. The memories formed in this remarkable setting would serve as a wellspring of creativity, motivating her to turn her imaginative visions into reality. She turned to Nate and stated, "I love you," her voice steady. She expressed her intent to build a future together, contingent on mutual commitment and enduring support. She added that creating lasting memories would be valuable for both of them. Nate responded affirmatively, holding her close and assuring her of his dedication. As they embraced, the glacier reflected a distinctive light, symbolizing the boundless potential of their shared future in the Icelandic wilderness. On the flight home, Sophia thought to herself, another great and inspiring trip. The soft hum of the plane echoed the serenity she felt, her mind already weaving together the memories from windswept coastlines, warm springs, and glacial vistas. As the landscape faded beneath the clouds, she glanced over at Nate, whose easy smile mirrored her own sense of fulfillment. Their hands found each other, fingers laced, silently acknowledging the bond that had deepened amid Iceland's wild beauty. The anticipation of returning to familiar routines was sweetened by the knowledge that their hearts carried the glow of northern lights and the promise of adventures yet to be discovered together.